Hey guys, welcome to the final day of the 12 days of Christmas. We are here on day 12 for Crafty Christmas Gifts, and I have a big one, you guys. I have a really big one for you today. This is something, you guys, that you're going to be using pieces that generally you either throw in the recycle bin or you don't know what to do with. So low cost on this one. And I know you got some cards hanging around. So why not gift those beautiful cards that you make to someone that you care about and make this card holder box for them as well. All right, so here's what we're going to be doing, you guys. Welcome to the final day, you guys. It's the last one, 12 days of Crafty Christmas Gifts. And remember what I was talking about, you guys? This is stuff that we throw away. Designer Series paper backers, paper pumpkin or kit chipboard. And you guys, this is amazing. And do you subscribe to Paper Pumpkin? I sure hope so. But you'll find these chipboards, and this is the thick chipboard, you guys. This is not what comes behind your glimmer paper. That's a little bit thinner. The chipboard that the Paper Pumpkin and the kits come in is a little bit stiffer. I save mine because I do a lot of 3D projects, you guys. I've used these before, but you will need 5 of these. 5. I've already used 2, but you'll need 5 of these, and you will need 4.5 of these. I've already used 1, but you'll need 4.5. These are the Designer Series paper. This is old, you guys. Look at, that's really old. Designer Series paper backers, the white ones. And then you're going to need 4 strips, and I have already used 1. 4 strips of basic white, and this is 1.5 by 11, and we're going to end up cutting it. And it's scored at 3/4 of an inch. So let's look at it that way so you can see it. There we go. 1.5 by 11. Scored at 3/4, and I have 3 pieces here, but you'll need 4. Okay, and then the last thing is Designer Series paper. Now, I want all of my box to look the same, so you're going to want to have enough pieces. Now, 3 pieces, I think, is going to be enough. So 2 will be the bottom of the box, this one, and I think I'm going to flip it over to this one. I'm just saying, I know not everybody likes flowers, but my sample one, because my dad doesn't care, my sample one's going to go to him. So yes, I've gone through the trials and the errors of all this, you guys. So this should be, it should be good. It should be good. Okay. So the Designer Series paper is last, so we're going to put that to the side. The first thing that we're going to do is on 3, and remember, I've already used 1 of these, but on 3 of these, you guys, we need to take 1/8 of an inch off. And this is how we're going to do it. We're going to take our chipboard, and we're literally going to go to the 1/8 of an inch there, and we're going to cut back and forth. And I'm going to do that on 2. Move this out of my way. 1/8 of an, I did do that, didn't I? Did I do 1/8 of an inch? Or did I did 1/4, you guys? Darn it. I only want 1/8. All right, that will be, that's all right. 1/8 of an inch. 1/8 of an inch. 1/8 of an inch. Now the 1/8 of an inch, you guys, is the bigger line between the 1/4 and the 0. The bigger line between the 1/4 and the 0. And this is really throwing me off. This little piece of paper in here, you guys. The quirks, right? those are the quirks. And it's not going to cooperate. Okay. So then, once we do both of these at 1/8 of an inch, we're going to take this 1/8 of an inch and we're going to go ahead and fold this over because we're going to cut it. 3 long pieces, and we're taking 1/8 of an inch off. I almost forgot that I put all that in there, you guys. Now, I did not do any other changing of this. This is the same size that comes in the paper pumpkin or the kits. They're all the same. The kit collection, so long as you're doing the card kits, you guys. Card kits or tag kits, the ones that go in the same size box as the paper pumpkin, that's what you need. And then, just like that. That comes off. And you want utility scissors, you guys. Those are my scissors from my kitchen. That's what I use for that. So now we have these two. And then this one, that's why I didn't care about that. This one, we've got to mark. Because what we want to do with this is we want this, move my scissors, I need my pencil, and I'm marking this there. Just like that. And now we're really going to cut it off. I mean, like, we're going to, for real. Because this is going to be one of our end pieces. And we're folding that. And yes, we could flip it over, you guys, and cut it. But I would just rather cut it with the scissors. I didn't think about that until just now, but I'm good with cutting it with the scissors. If you don't have utility scissors, you guys, then you might want to do that. All right, so all the chipboard pieces are done. So we've got these two that are cut down to 1/8 of an inch. This one's cut to size for an end because this one's going to go this way. And then these are going to be our sides because I have our bottom is already taped on already. All right, so that's this part. Now, we need one of these. Actually, you're going to need 2 of these. I already did one. But you're going to need one of these that goes down to 9 inches. 9 inches. So I'm just cutting 3 inches off. But if you feel better, go ahead and bring it to 9 inches. Okay, so this, let's double check just to be sure. Because, you know, it's always good to check. 9 inches. And there we go, 9 inches. Now what we're going to do is we're going to short along the top. I know I'm doing the small one first. Short side first, 6 inches, and we're going to score. And then we're going to open this up, and we're going to do 3 inches here, and pull the arm out or flip it over. I'm going to pull the arm out because I know you guys, that's better for you guys. 9 inches here, and we're going to score. Okay. Now for me, there's stuff back here. So this is going to be my backer. Okay, this is going to be what I'm going to glue onto. So we're going to work from this side. Now I'm going to take my snips. And you could use your utility scissors here too. There. And here. And then we're going to take out a sliver. And on this side, we're going to take out a sliver. There we go. All right, so now what we're going to do I'm going to bring in that piece that I already put together. We're going to fold these up. And I'm going to bring in the piece that I already did. I've got part of this done already. So I've got one front, and this is our bottom. So, because what we're going to do is we're going to put this on here like that. And I want to make sure to leave a little bit of an edge here, because the way that I cut that chipboard, it's going to actually go on top of this. Okay, but you'll notice that I prettied up the edge of this so that it looks clean. So let's do that first. But there's that. So there we go. So this will be our top. Remember those 1.5 inch strips, you guys? That's what you want that for. So we're going to put some glue on here. Oh, I need to get some glue. And on this side. And we're going to cover the top. We're just cleaning it up a little bit. Because you'll notice, you guys, when I pull in my sample, there were some things that I noticed that I didn't like. So there's that. And then we're just going to cut this off. And no, it's not long enough, so for the other side. It's just a scotch too short. See? It's too short. That's why you need 4 of those. All right, so there's the top of that. And then we have these 2 pieces, because these are our side pieces. So we're going to take this and we're going to cover this end and this end. And you guys, unless you have a lot of pieces of one designer series paper, you're going to want to just do these white pieces. And I say that because I would love to fold over my paper. Oh, look at what I did. You guys, be careful when you're scoring. Be careful when you're scoring. Okay, so I'm going to take my glue and my silicone craft sheet, and I'm going to glue that on to the top. Good recovery? We'll find out here in a minute. Not so much. Actually, I think it just might need to be held on for a little bit longer. I always have clothespins, you guys. Clothespins, clothespins, clothespins. And this is why. Okay, so we're going to let that sit on there. I'm going to put that to the side. We're going to do our third piece. Score too hard, and that's what happens. Okay. And apparently I did. So we're going to put our glue on here and here. And we're going to take this piece and we're going to do the same thing just to clean it up. There. And then we're going to cut this end off just like that. Okay, let's see how our other piece turned out. Did that go together? Not really. Okay, I don't want to do that. So guess what? I'll cut another piece. Just so happen to have a piece here, and we'll just cover the whole thing all over. Yes, it'll be bulky. Nobody will know except for you guys, though. No one will know but you guys. So we're going to cut this off. Yes, I'm getting my scissors all full of glue because I want to have a section on each side that my paper can adhere to. There we go. Okay. Re-gluing. I just shoved a little bit of glue in that piece, you guys. And I think we'll put a little bit up here. All right. Shouldn't have used it. I was trying to see. All right. Now we should be good. That's better. There we go. All right. Yes, I'm going to have to get the eraser out, but not right now. All right. Make sure that stays where it's supposed to go. And we'll cut that off. All right. So there's our three pieces. Here's our fourth piece. Okay. Now we're ready to get serious. We've got our backer here. And we're going to glue this up. Keeping it real, you guys. This is completely keeping it real, right? Mistakes happen. It's all good. And it's best to know how to fix it. That's what I always like to say. Okay, so now we've got... Oh, goodness. Apparently I got a little heavy with that push. My goodness. There we go. Okay, re-gluing. You guys, apparently it is one of those days today for me. Wow. Apparently 11 days is my max, you guys, for no mistakes. 11 days. There we go. Okay, so there's that. Let me go get my glue eraser. One of those gum erasers, you guys. That's what I'm talking about. Because if not, we're going to be sticky everywhere. Now, you guys can see how that's sticky. And actually, we really don't need to worry about it because we're putting another piece under there. So I'm not going to worry about it. All right. Now, we're going to glue our other side panel. And I'm putting it on top of the bottom piece. And I'm scooching it over to make sure that it lines up. There we go. Like that. All right, now side piece. Whoa. Okay. Here comes our, there we go. Now we're going to fold over this side and this side on our scores. Oh, I did not, did I not? I didn't. Darn it. All right, so I forgot to take the slice out here, you guys, on my first one. Like I said, apparently 11 days, you guys. There we go. There. Okay. So we've got this folded, and then we'll have this one to fold. Okay. All right. So here's what's next. What's next? I'm going to take this one piece here, and I'm going to put glue on here, and I'm going to glue that onto the bottom. And I'm going to do the same thing to this side, because I'm going to work one side at a time. And we're going to put this up and bring this over. And there we go. There's that. Oh my gosh, you guys, here we go. So this piece, now, let's fold this one. This piece now goes on the top of here, just like that. And we're going to do a little bit of glue on here and a little bit of glue on here. And we're going to line this up. Whoops. There we go. Okay. We're going to flip it over and make sure that I'm going to use our bone folder. I'm going to rub that on real good. Oh, shoot. There we go. Rub that on really good. This one's lined up. Rub that on. And then we're going to do the same thing on this side. Glue, glue, glue. Make sure that it's pushed into the corner. Same. What I mean by pushed in the corner is I don't want to pull this off here, this edge, so I'm pushing this way so that it doesn't want to come apart. Let it sit for a second. And if you notice that this is starting to pull, see how you can see that little opening there? Shove some glue down there. Oozing is okay because you're going to have that other side on there, but I want that to stay because this is my stabilizer for my box. And that one's okay. All right. So we're going to, I don't want it oozing all over, but that should work. And now we're going to glue this like we did the other one. You guys, on my initial creation of this, I did not use the flaps and I was wondering how to stabilize it. So when I was doing my practice run for my video, I realized what I could do with the flaps of the inside. Alright, so we're going to put this, I'm going to line these up here and here. There we go. And then we're going to hold these on for a minute. And you guys, this is really the hardest part, is creating this. But why not use something that you already have? That's my thing. Why not use something that you already have? that you're going to end up throwing in the garbage. I don't want to throw stuff in the garbage. Okay, so now that's not very pretty, right, you guys? It's not. But first, I want to add one more stabilizer piece in here, because if we don't, and I'm going to show you my original trial, if you don't add that, see how you can see those dark marks? I don't want that. Okay? So we're going to take this piece and we're going to score 3 inches there. And this is one of the scrap pieces that I cut off, you guys. And 3 inches here. And we're going to add this in here. It's not going to be 100% perfect, but it will be just enough to pull the box sides in and to get rid of that dark spot. So I'm gluing all of these pieces just like this. We're going to squeeze these together and put this down on the bottom. I know it's hard to see because my hands are in the way. I want to overlap those folds a little bit. There we go. Come on. There we go. That's better. And like I said, this is just going to stabilize the box itself. I'm not worried about the pretty inside yet, because we're just going to put straight panels on there. See, this isn't glued all the way. Those are the things you're going to want to look for and make sure that they're in place. So I'm going to hold this. And while I'm holding this, I'm going to grab my trimmer, and I'm grabbing another piece of this because it needs to be 8 3/4. 8 3/4. Let's double check that. I want to just double check. Yes, 8 3/4. 8 3/4. And then we're just going to cut this at 6. And here's 2 backers. So we'll have one for the bottom. Oh my goodness. Nope. That's, you guys. Oh. Apparently not. 8 5/8 this time. I tightened up the box compared to my original, you guys. All right. Five eighths. There we go. 5/8 is what it needs to be. Okay. 8 5/8 will be our inside piece. Inside pieces, I should say. I need one more piece at 6 inches. By 8 5/8. Because I'm going to cover all 3 of the big sides. So we've got the bottom, and then we've got the 2 sides that we're going to cover. this is going to go down here, and it's going to go up here to pretty up the inside and to clean it up. And we're going to put a little bit of glue in here because that doesn't want to stay either. And I'm going to take one of my clothespins, you guys, and we're going to hold that on. And we're going to take that, take our bone folder and rub it. So all I'm doing is taking my bone folder and going like this, but I'm pressing hard. Moving the glue around and securing that piece. All right. And any of the pieces that have any of the print on it, you guys, I'm putting the glue on that side. This goes down in here. Just like that. And again, taking my bone folder and rubbing it all along. Okay, so there's the inside of our box. Pretty, right? Okay. Woohoo! We made it. That's the hard part, you guys. The hardest part. All right. Now, let's clean up a little bit of this. I want to make sure that these corners stay in really good. All right, so that's that. Now comes the Designer Series paper. So this one, you guys, we're going to be able to get 2 pieces out of each of these for the sides. One here and one for here. And I want to double check. I know that these are going to be 6 inches, which are going to be a little short, which is why we have the white piece here. And which is why I have my glue eraser. Because that way then we have just a little bit of the white sticking up instead of the brown. But here's my measurement. I want to double check. This is a little bit short of 9 inches. So, but here's the thing. I want this to measure proper because these pieces are where I'm going to measure a 1/2 inch over. So this is going to be 6 inches by 7 1/4, right? 7 1/4. Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll score the 1/2 inches and we'll fold those over. So let's do those first. So we're going to do 7 1/4. And didn't I put that up there? No, I didn't. I'm sorry, you guys. I didn't put that up there. Did I? Maybe I did. Nope, I did not. That's for something else. Okay. 7 1/4 by 6. Now, and this is the bonus to a non-directional piece of Designer Series paper, you guys. So the 7 1/4, I did a 1/2 inch over, right? Again, this, like the white, you're going to want to carefully score it. Very, very carefully. And we're going to go ahead and fold on that score. Now, if you want to do a little more than that, that's fine. But now this, I think we're good. We can take that off. It's just going to stabilize the ends. And we'll have just that little bit of white at the top. And then, so I want to do the same 1/2 inch score. And you guys, if you want, you can do a whole inch. I figured a 1/2 inch was good. Just enough to get the glue on that other side. So let's go ahead and fold our score. That way then too, we have that extra piece that we can use. All right, so we're going to add our glue. And you guys, I'm going to put glue in my score, along with all the parts. And I'm doing that because I want that to adhere to the corner. Oh man. We're going to have to get another thing of glue, you guys. I don't know that we're going to make it. So we're going to go all the way down to the bottom. And all the way. And then, like I said, that's why we did that little white strip up there. Because that way then I'm getting a little more mileage out of my DSP. There we go. There's that side, and then we'll flip it over and we'll do this side. Again, in the score and along my edges. There we go. Non-directional. And there we go. Hold it on for a second. And you guys, I would love to fast forward, but I haven't figured out that part yet. There we go. All right, so there's that. Now, and this isn't big enough, you guys. It's not tall enough. So, but that doesn't mean that we can't use that for our lid. So our next piece, we know it goes 9 inches, but I think I'm going to go just a little short of 9 inches. Because we already know that, because I measured it already. Goes 9 inches. So we're going to go 8 15/16. 8 15/16, and then we're going to go with the 6 inches. There. And then we get our 2 panels, our 2 side panels. This can be our 2 side panels. So we've got one here, and oh, that fits perfect. Beautiful. All the edges. And a little bit in the middle. And then we've got this all the way down to the bottom. And our little bit of white at the top. There's that. Now flip that over. Make sure this fits. Because I'm going to be honest, guys, it's not exactly square, but it'll work. I try my best, but I am not getting the square out to make sure. Or the ruler. We're just going with what we got. And I'm good with that. Because there's nothing wrong with a little bit of farm charm, I say. Nothing wrong with a little bit of farm charm. There we go. And there's our box. Oh, you guys, isn't it pretty? There we go. All the way around. And then our white pretty inside, and that's good to go. Now we need a lid. All right, so the lid was a tobacco, you guys. When I was doing it the first time, it was a tobacco, I'm telling you. I'm being honest. So, here's what we're going to do. I figured it out, finally. So we need 9 1/8 of an inch. And there's no way that I can do this where it's not in the middle. I think it was the least amount this way. So 9 1/8. You guys, I would rather have a piece of backer that was in the middle, but it is what it is. So 9 1/8 here. And then, you guys, we're going to score on all 4 sides. That's the lid that I popped up earlier. At 1 3/8 all the way around. 1 3/8. So we're going to score. Did I mess that up already? I bet I did. I did. All right, we're going with this. 1 3/8. 1 3/8. 1 3/8. And I'm saying it to myself because I want to double check. Okay. So there's that. Now we're going to make our top for our lid. And I'm going to take my snips and I'm going to go, and you guys, I messed up the first one. So this is the second one. So we're going to now cut all the way up to the 3/8 of an inch, and we're going to do a little sliver out. And we're going to do the same thing with this one. And I'm right-handed, you guys, so I always do the one on the right on all 4 sides. I find, to me, doing it this way, that my box is a little bit more sturdy. But if you like doing it the other way, it's yours. I will never know. So it's all good. And then a sliver out. Okay, so there's all 4 of the corners. And now we're going to glue them. And you guys, I'm going to put this in the inside. And if we want to, we can cover it. I have to be honest, I'm okay with it the way that it is. And then there. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to glue these, each one, and I'm making sure that you can see the score, and I'm kind of pushing the back part down, and I'm pulling up the top. But I definitely want that score here. And I'm doing the same thing on all 4 of those corners, and I'm doing that because I want my box to be tight. Don't pull too hard though, because trust me, I know you can pull one off. Been there, done that. Okay, here's the third one. If you're worried about these, you guys, staying glued together, then use your paper clips. Or your paper clips or your clothesline pit or your clothespins. There we go. Now I bet you guys are asking how I would decorate this. Well, guess what? I would decorate the top, but I didn't pull cardstock. I think these other sides, that one maybe. All right, so here's our lid. This goes right on the top, and it fits pretty well. I got paper clips in here, so it won't fit very well, but here's the top. So my suggestion would be, and I'm thinking I'm going to use that. because it's already left over. So what I want to do is I want to measure this. And this is 6 3/8 inches. So I'm going to pull probably that old olive color. And here's the thing, you guys. You can decorate this any way you want. So what did I say this was? 6 3/8. 6 3/8 by 9 1/4. So 6 3/8. So let's do 6 inches by 9 3/4, 9 1/4, 9 1/4. And a quarter. I'm going to take the 3/8 inch off. Okay, so which means we're going to do 8 7/8, and that's going to be our layering piece. Now, with that, I want to just use this piece. So we're going to grab a piece of that Blackberry Bliss now. Take a piece of that Blackberry Bliss and look at how pretty that looks. Oh, you guys can't see it. Sorry, you guys. But look how pretty that Blackberry Bliss looks with the old olive. I love that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take how wide this piece is, which is 4 3/4, and I'm going to go 4 3/4. I'm going to go 5 1/4 on this. And then 5 1/4, 4 3/4, 8 1/2, which would take me to 8 inches. I'm figuring out the 1/2 inch in my head, you guys. So now we have this piece with a nice reveal too, and look at that. There's our box lid. Okay, and you guys, the thing is that, here, let's take these clips out because we should be good now. There we go, just that one clip. You can decorate this any way you want, which is why I don't want to decorate it, okay, because I want you to decorate. I want you to come up with how you would decorate it for the person that you're giving it to, but just as an example of what you could do with this gorgeous box. And let's move this out of the way and check out the box, you guys. Oh, I got one more clip in here. Okay, so I'm going to glue this on. Like that. I'm going to put that there. Bum, bum, bum. I'm going to glue this onto this. And I'm going to grab my old olive ribbon. You guys, these host papers are something that you're going to want to get for projects. If you like doing 3D projects, especially big ones, you guys, these multi-packs or the host packs or like the cottage garden paper, those are amazing. Seriously amazing for these 3D type projects. So these go together. No, it's not that one, is it? It's not that one. Hang on. I grabbed the wrong one. That's the one I want. These two go, is it that? No, that's not it either. What goes with that one? Alright, so that old olive olive. Oh, I used it all, you guys. That old olive has a mate. This old olive comes in a 2-pack, you guys, and I'm out of the other one. This one is not it. But I love this ribbon. Yes. All right, so what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to take a strip of this. Ribbon, no ribbon, you guys. Ribbon is beautiful. We're going to put this ribbon on here. I'm going to use my tear and tape, and you guys, I don't usually do it this way, but I only want a little bit of this one. So I'm going to take my tear and tape, and I'm going to hold that on there just like that. And then I'm going to pull it, and I'm going to take my tear and tape here, and I'm going to hold that on here. I am not a ribbon conserver, you guys, by any means. But I don't want a tie on that one. I just want, let's do it this way. I just want something pretty. That this skinnier ribbon that coordinates with it so it will show up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie my bow. And I want some tails, which is why this is a gift, you guys. And it's large, so you want your bow to coordinate with your paper, but you also want it to go with the size of your project. Reverse tweezers, nice bow, ribbon scissors, that one's good, that side. And we're going to cut a little edge on this one. And then we're going to add dimensionals on this. And look how pretty, just like this. Where are dimensionals? Right here. So my general rule of thumb, you guys, when you're using ribbon, is to put dimensionals on. And I say that because, not just because I sell the dimensionals, haha, but I have found that when you're using glue, it doesn't stick as well because of the puff from the dimension or from the ribbon. Now, if you're using like an organdy ribbon, or if you're using a super duper skinny ribbon, then go for it. I have done it with linen thread before. But I do believe that, to me, how many dimensionals you put on a project, you guys, is how much you love the person you're sending this to. Just saying. I'm kidding, you guys. I am totally kidding. There we go. And that's it. How pretty is that box, you guys? And it's plenty easy to get on and off. There is a little bit of room on there, which is okay. I do have a little bit of glue here that I need to, I know you guys don't care about that, but it happens. All right, so there we go. And there you go. Now, one last thing. Almost forgot. Dividers. That same DSP backer, you guys, 5 3/4 by 5 3/4 will get you dividers. Now you could fill this for the person. Let's say you're giving this gift to a family member, your mom, your sister, or whatever. You could divide this up by months for all the birthdays and anniversary gifts. That would be something I would do for my dad. And give him all the cards that he needs for the year. Your grandma, whomever. Sorry, I took a swig of coffee, you guys. And you could mark. Or, if you just want to do general cards, then you could put birthday, anniversary, or whatever, and then just stick these 5 3/4 by 5 3/4 all throughout, and then put a bunch of cards in them. It's entirely up to you. And you guys, you're worried about cards fitting, don't, because you would think I'd have a card somewhere, you guys. I do, but oh, here we go. They're all the way on the other side of the craft room. So I have these 2 Christmas cards. This one was from Mystery Card Night, you guys, and we did a pop-up. And then this one, it was my team swap, and that also is a pop-up. Yay! So these, even the thicker ones, you guys, even the thicker ones will fit in here, just like that. So there's 2 Christmas cards that you have already in there. Ta-da! We did it, you guys. We did it. All right, so this video, along with all 12 of the days, you guys, will be in the 12 Days of Crafty Christmas Gifts in that playlist. You can do this. Don't throw those chipboard pieces away. Don't throw those DSP backers away, you guys. Make up some boxes. But tell me, what else could we use the chipboard and those DSP backers, you guys? What else could we make with those? You tell me. I've used the DSP, blah, blah, blah. I've used the DSP backers, you guys, for samplers. Awesome for those. But what else could we do? Tell me, what else could we do? I look forward to seeing you guys again tomorrow, because tomorrow is Tuesday's Live here on YouTube, you guys. And I might just be doing a 3D project just for you as a bonus project, you guys. But I hope that you have a great day getting crafty. I am so thankful that you guys joined me for all 12 days of the Crafty Christmas Gifts. You guys, maybe I'm too tongue-tied with that name. I might have to name it something else for next year. But I hope that you've enjoyed all these videos. You guys, don't forget to hit the like button, you guys. Help me out. Help others find us so that we can do more series like this. I want to know, should we be doing Valentine treats, you guys? I'm thinking maybe a mini series. But you guys tell me in the comments, do you want to see a mini series? Have a great day, you guys, and